What's up, guys? About day 2 into the mid-arm kit. Been promising the mid-arm kit for like 4 years now. Finally doing half of it, but just want to give a quick update while it's on the lift. Everything we did last night. Check it out. Got the axle all pulled out, all the brackets cut off. So cut all the control arm brackets off, cut the track bar bracket off up here. I will have to fill in. We did get a little bit deep on some stuff. I need to grind this smooth still. That's deep. Got some right here. These brackets are coming off. And then we took all this out here. I'll fill this in, grind that down, pull that out. Now we'll mount up the brackets, measure them, and then grind everywhere that needs to be welded. But looking pretty sweet. Sweet. As you can tell from Filthy Face, we have got everything ground down. Now we're going to start on the axle, show you guys kind of what we're doing here. Again, we're installing the Savvy mid-arm kit. I'm just doing the rear half right now. My rear does a lot of weird things that I don't like right now, and I think it is also a cause of some of the unloading and everything in the front. So we're going to start with the rear. Hopefully have it done by Winter Jamboree, but got everything out. Check this out. Got the axle sitting here ready. Now we're gonna take literally everything off. All these brackets off. These brackets off. You've seen, I've already cut this a little bit for some clearance for some other stuff we did. The only thing that's gonna stay on the axle are the sway bar mounts. So we'll have to cut around those. But we'll cut all those welds, get it all cleaned up, painted up. And then the truss will go on the axle, and I'll show all of that. But this is where we're at right now. Sweet. Got the brackets all cut and ground off. Got everything pretty good. The only thing is right in here where it gets tight. Can't get with my grinder, so we're gonna use a little something else. Grind that flat. This one's a little bit better, but not quite. But we made a ton of progress. Hopefully we'll make it to Winter Jamboree. Here's just a quick update after everything, not everything was welded in place, but the coil buckets for the top were welded in place, some of the mounts there, and then some stuff ground smooth. The axle side, we had the truss welded on. Most everything at this point was welded in place. Got it primed. You know, we're not doing green paint, obviously, but it's just a primer. I like to use the Rust-Oleum self-etching primer anytime there's bare metal. And then I use the Rust-Oleum 2X satin, and I have really enjoyed that color, and you'll see that coming up here, right about here. That's all done. It looks super glossy now, but once it's all dried, it dries almost, it's the closest thing I can find to factory, but I think it turned out really nice, and I'm really excited. Obviously, we've got to route the brake lines and everything, but this is a coat of paint or 3 already on and drying for us, but pretty cool. All right, guys, as you can see from my face, we've been painting, finished it up. It's looking awesome. Awesome. Obviously not perfect. We did cut and weld and do all this stuff to the frame. So, not perfect, but I am excited about it. I think it's going to look sick. It's turning out awesome. More importantly, I cannot wait to have this mid-arm kit in the rear set up, test it out, and see the different upgrades with the triangulated 4-link in the rear. It's going to be a huge difference. I think most of my complaints on my Jeep all have to do with the rear end bind. I'm hoping that when I get it all, I don't end up having too long of shocks, but we'll get to that point when we get there. Check out where we're at. That everything is. You can see the paint still's a little bit tacky, just finished up. We've got all the brackets welded on. I love how we smoothed everything out. A lot of it, you could save so much time. This far in, I'm probably over 20 hours worth of work with everything, mostly grinding and smoothing everything out. That includes some help from some friends and family. But we did get all this smoothed out. You'll notice here, I did the coil correction for the spring mounts. So that is going to be awesome. Mine bind really bad, so they kind of arc like that because these were mounted forward stock. So I cut them up, cleaned them up, moved them, had them re-welded right there.
It is looking so awesome. Got everything welded up, like I said. Come over here. Don't mind, the axle's hard to clean up. My axle is rusty, has had who knows how many layers of bed liner and garbage on it, but got all that welded up as well. We'll let everything dry for a couple days, and then we'll be back Friday night to run brake lines. And then I'm just gonna run the factory one up and over. Eventually, I'm gonna run new lines, a brand new hard line, super clean. But for now, we'll just run this, make sure everything works good, how it's supposed to, and then we can do that another day. But I'm super excited. Can't wait to get on the trail.
Here the next day when I went back up there, or I guess Friday, we got everything started putting together, got the axle back under the Jeep, shocks hooked up, started mounting the links. You can see the triangulation and how much better that's going to be. I was so excited. See here, this is where we started cycling the suspension. Super exciting. I did make a couple very small mistakes. If anyone's watching this that isn't as advanced or as experienced in this is my first time really doing some major fab, pretty much by myself. So as we cycled it, right, we did obviously take everything out, do all the way up, all the way down, both sides. I completely spaced going all the way up in the middle, and you can see if you look super close, I tried to push the axle back as far as I could to get as much ground clearance as I could. But when I got it all home and put together, the rear diff hits the gas tank skid plate. So if I would have done a full right in the middle, all the way up, all the way down, I would have seen that and been able to pull it forward. So not a huge deal, but I will have to readjust and realign everything, set pinion angles and everything by moving the axle forward. I still want it back as far as I can get it, but I need to get it off of the skid plate for sure. But that's just one thing there, but you'll see it's pretty cool. I can go all the way up to where the tire is touching the fender without having Indy bind. That is such an improvement from where it was. This is just showing some of the ride height and everything in. Obviously you can tell I was excited. I've wanted this for a long time, and just seeing how clean and pretty everything turned out, it was so fun. Such a cool upgrade. Huge shout out and thanks to everyone who helped me in the shop, my uncle for letting me use the shop, my dad and friends that came up and helped with it.
What's up, guys? Another day. Just getting done with work. Got the Jeep torn apart. We're about to finish up, hopefully, as close as we can. I'll show you a couple concerns I have, but we're getting the axle shafts pulled so I can put in the new locker seal, and we should be wrapping up the mid-arm kit. But it's definitely a project, and I'm only halfway done, so it'll only be the rear, but I'm excited to go test out the rear. Front will be another day. I want to do like a 2 or 3 inch front stretch when we do it, so that'll require a whole ton of work and fab. So for right now, we're just finishing up the rear. I think it'll be awesome. So first concern is my driveline here. I was really hoping to get away without doing a new driveline. That's a lot of splines showing, so I'll probably have to order a new driveline. That'll be good. But we got these here, everything looking good. That corrected coil looks awesome. I have stretched this out as far as I could, and I think it's gonna be great. We gotta pull the axle shafts. I've got them all ready to go. I just have them in there so they're not gonna leak. We need to pull those axle shafts, and then we're gonna tear this apart and replace the locker seal and throw a different diff cover on it. But this one, I had the Moto-Built diff cover. Now I'm going with a different one. This one was just in place so I could mock up that truss, but yeah, that's what we'll do tonight. All right, guys, she's not quite finished up. Figure we'll do an update and at least get a video up here. So have some stool cuff. Wow. We have some cool stuff coming. So I wanted to show you the update here, kind of explain what we're waiting on. Hopefully it'll come soon, but we are well on our way. Got a couple things to finish up. Final alignment, pinion angles. I gotta pull the axle forward because the diff cover hits the gas tank. But anyways, a few final things to button up, but pretty cool, well on our way. Again, got it all buttoned up here. Got the tires about ready to put on when we get everything adjusted. I do have a broken bolt in there, so that'll be fun. We'll get that all figured out, but she's coming together super awesome. I'm excited. But yeah, that's the update for now. Got some really cool things coming tomorrow. New truck time again. I know, I just got off the phone with my bookkeeper and she's like, what are you doing with all of the assets and why can't you keep a truck? I get it. The one we're looking at tomorrow, I hope I love it. So far, I think it's going to be sick. I think you guys will like it. But yeah, we did sell the LBZ. I know I was going to build a huge show rig. I don't know. Without having the money to do a brand new one and that one, or I guess without deciding to have the money to do that, I'm sure if we wanted to go truck poor, we definitely could. But I don't want to have everything tied up with all depreciated assets. So anyways, sold the LBZ. For those wondering, a 2006 LBZ with 175,000 miles that everyone said is worthless and is probably around 15 grand. I had multiple people wanting it at that $26,000 range. So that's what a very, very, very clean one is worth right now. Probably could have held out for a tiny bit more, but 26 grand, I was happy with it. But yeah, I'm gonna go look at a sweet truck tomorrow, at least on the FaceTime with the guy and everything. It's gonna be about 4 hours total driving to go check it out, so it better be sick. But you guys know the Jeep is the baby. This one will never be sold. It's the only thing I've had around for a long time. But yes, big updates. We'll get all that buttoned up. I'll update you on that, and then we'll get it on the rocks and see how it does. Thanks so much for your support. Don't forget to like and subscribe.